This weekend we went to this place called Berkshire Resort, and the reason we went there was because we wanted to ride this mountain coaster. So my first time riding a mountain coaster. Um, I've ride roller coaster before, but my wife thought this thing it's on individual carts, so it's much easier to disinfect the place. And so we decided in this COVID era, that's probably something that's safer that we can go do and still have a little bit fun uh, and not just cooped up inside for ever and ever. So it was about 2 hour drive for us, and it wasn't a bad drive. We went into the smaller roads to avoid some of the highway traffic. So it was kind of fun sightseeing, road trip type of thing. So yeah, that's what we decided to do. And so when we get there, though, it was large parking lot. Kind of have to walk a little bit, but no big deal. Thing was though that waiting in line was a little bit longer than we thought. So getting tickets was fine. I mean, you can buy the tickets online, but you still have to wait in line to get the tokens and wristbands for like release and all that stuff. So um, once we get into the ticket, we bought ticket. I have to go to the actual right line. So that was about an hour 40 minutes maybe. Wasn't too bad. People kind of stay sort of separated, so that was cool. So then we got in this ride, and so here we go. You can probably see it was starting to go up. And so I decided to show some of this because normally you don't really show this type of parts because it's not interesting. But I decided to show anyway because to me it was interesting to see what's happening before. So I did a little bit of research and find out there was kind of this place was kind of attached to the resort, and at least in the summer, fall time, it was interesting to just go take a ride, and there's some pretty good landscape to go up to see when you go up. So that was cool. So this basically the car was dragged up using a steel wire, I believe, to go up to the top. So um, my family, my wife and son already went up to the previous cart, so they're about say probably 50, 100 meters before me. So as you can see there, I'm about to go up to the top, and so the way it works is really you push the lever. You got two levers. So if you push forward, um, then it goes pretty fast. Not too bad though. This is not definitely not like any of the roller coaster you go to see in theme parks. So um, they're not that fast, and they're designed to be relatively slow. We did heard when we were stay in line. We did heard one lady. It was probably a senior lady, and she wasn't up to it. So don't know why she got on there. If she's not didn't want to, I guess, get all the fun in there. But I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm one of the more conservative, go slower type of people. But apparently, the lady blocked the line, so the people behind her wasn't having much fun because they had to stop. There is a pretty good, I guess, security type of system. They're not going to give you warnings with if you get close to about 80 feet to the car in front of you, but also it will stop. So it won't go. So you don't really have a chance of bumping into the person um, in front of you. So as I get up near to the top, you can see the little cabinet on the right there. There's a staff there to make sure you know how it works and make sure everything's good. So um, as a as I turn up here and go on to right, you see it's all flattened out, and I'm about to go down the mountain there. So I was told by the staff there to go forward. So you can see I push a little bit forward. So even before I got up here, I decided to go slow, especially on corners, because I may feel the G-force there. So I'm going easy in the beginning. As you can see, I'm turning a little bit there. It's pretty slow, but you do feel like you kind of want to fall off there because you're physically leaning towards either left or right side. So my tip there is actually go full speed because even the full speed wasn't that fast, and they have the secure system, so you won't really go that fast. I mean, even for my son, it wasn't too bad. Like he was like, it's cool, cool. So in the top there, like I said, I was trying to go slow. So here you can definitely see I was a little bit slower than the other ones. So um, theoretically, if I'm going to the second one, if it wasn't for the 2 hour waiting, um, if I ever get onto the second one, probably be like, let's just go full speed. I mean, but first time, you never know. You want to be a little bit conservative to make sure nothing goes too crazy. Even though there's all these secure system there, so you can see there I went a little bit faster because I kind of figured out, in turns I better go a little faster because otherwise it's number one, not fun. Number two, I don't want to feel like I'm falling off when turning the corner there. So some of this video kind of see in their official YouTube clips. But going up here, it looks kind of tall there, so that was fun. At least it's a little bit more fun there. So keeping corners. I think in these ones I got started to go a little bit faster, but it's in general it's a lot of good clean fun, not too crazy. So again, it's really mild. I wouldn't suggest anybody. I'm the kind of people that don't go into Twin Dragons and Universal Studio Islands Adventure type of rides. This is definitely nothing close to that. There's really no reason you can't just watch, because in summer, even in the some of those Harry Potter rides in Universal Studios, closing my eyes for a little bit, it's designed it pretty well, so it's a little bit scary. But for this, yeah, again, nothing close to that. So it's good, clean fun with landscape. So here, though, like you're probably seeing, I have a GoPro camera on. So I'm closing to the end there. Have the go slow sign. I was still kind of like didn't know what to do there. So I didn't go full speed on the bottom. I want to be control. And just another tip there. Really, your arms pushing the lever or pulling it. Just make sure you constantly remind yourself to relax a little bit. Don't go too stiff. Otherwise, it feels kind of tiring there. So I'm getting the bottom there. Unfortunately, I got off on the right side, which is you're supposed to get off on the left side. So I have to hop over back there. So, but all right.